Hey everybody, it's Glidercat and it's time to play. Today I have a preview video for you that I've been looking forward to putting together for many, well not that many, but many weeks now. It's an upcoming game called Outpost Engineer, and we're going to take our first look at it in this video. Right now, you're just looking at some of my early gameplay. Now, I spend a lot of time researching games, and I found this one quite some time ago, and I really wanted to check it out. As soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted to check it out. So, after multiple requests from me over the course of a month or so to the developer, he, he agreed to finally provide me a key to the game so that I could put this content together for you, get a look at the game, and then spread the word about it. So, hopefully, you'll enjoy this. And my thanks goes to the developer for that. Now, as I'm recording this, this game, Outpost Engineer, it's in closed alpha and it's not available to play. Now, there's no play test that I'm aware of yet, and it's still very early in its development. Now, that said, you can wishlist and follow Outpost Engineer in Steam right now if you want. It's in Steam. And if you head over to the Discord, and I'll put a link in the video description here, you can get the latest information about the ongoing development and then maybe let the developer know that you're really interested in playing and see what happens. Maybe you'll get, maybe he'll open up a play test. I'm just not sure what the plans are. Also, if you're a Reddit user, you can search for outpost_engineer and find the subreddit for the game as well. It's pretty small right now. Not many people know about this game. And that's kind of why I'm putting this together because I think it's really good. Anyway, so okay, let's jump in and watch the short game trailer. I'll warn you in advance that some of what you're going to see in the trailer has already been improved upon and changed a little, and it's pretty quick. So while the trailer plays, I'm going to read some information about the game from the store page in Steam. So okay, here we go with the trailer. Okay, the year is 2546. You will be sent to a newly discovered oceanic planet through a one directional wormhole. Your task is to set up a research base, establish communication with Earth, and finally open a stable wormhole portal back to Earth so we can prepare the planet for colonization. Okay, that's the end of the trailer. It's pretty short. Let me read you some more footage, read you some more from the Steam page as we watch a little bit more of my gameplay footage. Okay, it says here the target outpost location is an isolated volcanic island on the planet. The atmosphere is breathable, much like Earth. Life on the planet consists of sparse plant like vegetation. And as for environmental threats, as of yet, none are known of. Okay, that may be the official word, but I'm telling you that's a lie. And they knew it before they sent you. So just kidding. But we'll get to that later. There is a threat. There is a threat, even though they say there isn't. So, what's the game all about and what makes it unique, right? There's a lot of factory games out there. What's unique about this one? Well, Outpost Engineer, it's a 3D crafting and logistics game. You can see from the gameplay here that it's a voxel game. And I don't know the technical term for it, but it's not the blocky style. It's a little different. I'm not sure what they call it, but it's not, like a Minecraft style game. You start out on an island with a volcano at the center. How active is the volcano? Well, I don't know yet. But in my current playthrough, it's making me a little nervous. So I'm not sure. I haven't seen it erupt yet, but I'm guessing it's there for a reason. So we'll just have to find out. I have not found out yet, so I'm not hiding anything. I just don't know. So we're all pretty familiar with how you start out in these games, right? And there aren't many surprises early on. You're going to be mining things by hand, crafting things manually, and running around a lot to move resources around. Until you get some basic machines built and you get some belts and inserters going. And there's several different ores that need mining and processing, and you'll be crafting many different products. You've seen this in other games. It's very similar here, and there's different levels of crafting machines that you use based on the number of ingredients the product requires. But what makes this game really unique is the research tree. So what does it look like? The tech tree. Well, I can't show you in this video because it's actually revealed to you slowly over time. Once you've completed a research project, one or more additional research projects will become available and you'll become aware of what they are as you play on. Now, I really, really like this. I find tech trees in a lot of factory games to be a little boring, if I'm being totally honest. So, by revealing it slowly, for me at least, adds some anticipation as you wait to see what technologies are going to come available once you complete your current research. So, I kind of like that. I don't know if everybody's going to like that. I like that quite a bit. So I'm jumping around a little bit, I know, but I want to stop here for another minute here to highlight something about the overall game that I really like, and it kind of has to do with that research. So during my time playing, and I'm still in my first playthrough. It's been a journey of continuous discovery. This game reveals its complexity over time, and I really, really, really like that. So it's not like a game where right off the bat in the first 5 minutes you know what you're getting into, and it's just a matter of kind of grinding through. And it can still be enjoyable, but this game's a little different. It reveals itself over time. So anyway, back to some more specifics, and then we'll wrap this up. Again, it's just a preview video. I want to get this on your get this on your radar, um, make you aware of it, and see if you're interested. Getting back to the research, and this is where I think the game has really innovated. We're all used to building science packs and routing them to a research machine, which then produces research and moves us up the tech tree. In Outpost Engineer, instead of science packs, you're going to be creating something called data cubes. At least I think that's what they're called. And then you'll insert them into your satellite array, and those data cubes are then transmitted back to Earth. They're processed down on Earth, and then they are beamed back to you in the form of research points, and that's kind of your reward for processing those data cubes. Now, these data cubes, unlike the science packs that we're all familiar with, they don't have a fixed recipe. So it's not two tin plates and a piece of bronze gets you data cube level one kind of thing in this game. You can, however, make data cubes from anything in the game. I believe that's true. From anything, any material in the game, I believe you can use to create data cubes. So sounds super easy, right? Nope, it is not. It is not super easy. So to see how it works, let's watch an excerpt from episode 4 of my Outpost Engineer preview season, which I'll mention kind of towards the end here. And this is a clip of me learning how to make these data cubes that I've been talking about. So here we go. All right, I'm back. Here's what I did to get it going. Now it looks like it needs to be fed with an inserter. So basically, we've got this copper mine right next door. So I just set up an inserter to take from our copper drill and drop copper ore down on a belt. And then I put another inserter to take from the belt and pop it into our molecular analyzer. Now it took two of those and started scanning. And it looks like I've got a data cube here now. It says I've got one. So if I pull this guy out, okay, now it's doing another one. So I think there may be a little bit of an issue with this counter. I'm not sure why it's showing 52 of 52. So scans until next cube. There's two more scans left. So it's going to take three of these ore, analyze them, and then spit out a data cube. And again, I think there might be a little issue here with this number down here. Oh, no, wait a second. That must be the network power. Okay, so that's showing we've got plenty of power. And then this is now showing that we've got the one data cube. All right. All right, so now it's going to take 4 scans. And it mentioned that every time we provide or we scan the same resource, it has a diminishing return. So this time it's going to take 4 scans. Let's see if it takes 5 scans the next time. And this will kind of explain how we need to really kind of send in a ton of ore to these molecular analyzers. Okay, now it's taking 6. Okay. So the data cubes come pretty slow. Okay, so that's enough of that. That's me kind of stumbling through learning how to use the molecular analyzer to produce the data cubes. And in the example, I'm using copper, but you don't have to use just copper or even ore. Again, I believe you can feed anything into that molecular analyzer, and eventually you'll get out data cubes as long as you provide enough materials. Now, you saw in the clip how it costs more for each subsequent data cube. So the first one in that little clip, it took like maybe 2 copper ore, and we got a data cube. Then the next one took maybe 4 ore or something. Well, it actually scales up really fast, and in no time, it ends up taking like hundreds of items to make a single data cube. So, you can use any other, and I believe any item, any material, any product that you build, and feed it into that molecular analyzer. And early on, you're going to get data cubes really quick, but the more you supply, the longer it's going to take to get those data cubes out. All right, so we've covered a bunch, and this is only really a preview video, so we should probably start to wrap it up. One last item, though. A key question of factory games is often, are there enemies in the game? Some people like it when there are, some people like it when there aren't. And for me personally, I think it's the best of both worlds when you can kind of toggle that on and toggle that off. I like playing both with and without enemies. I don't really have a strong preference there, but while I haven't played the full game yet, I have encountered one threat so far, and it's this stuff here that you're seeing on the screen now. I call it a fungal mold, and the blooms of this stuff, they spawn from the pollution that your factory is generating. So I presume, and I haven't done all the analysis on this yet, but I presume as your factory gets larger and you're polluting more, that these things are going to pop up more and more. Now, once these things take root, they start oozing a fungus that you're going to have to deal with, right? Because it's going to overtake your factory. Luckily, in my little playthrough, I've been able to kind of beat this back a little bit, but I'm very early. I've only seen a couple of these, so you're seeing footage kind of from where I am at in the game right now. And to see how to fight these things off, stay tuned to my channel. And I'll mention this preview series here in a second. And eventually, I'm going to have to fight this stuff off in a more automated fashion. And we'll get to that in the series. Anyway, when I set out to cover this game, I thought to myself, this game is really early in development, so there's probably not much gameplay in it yet. And I thought, maybe I can do a quick preview video and then like a 4-episode season, and that'll probably cover it for quite a while until the game is further developed. Well, I was way, way, way off on that thinking because I've been playing this thing for many, many hours now, and I'm still not that far into the game. So, as I mentioned before, after this preview video, you can watch the preview season for Outpost Engineer that I've started and have posted to the channel. Just the first couple episodes as this video releases. Now, I don't know how many episodes this previous season will go since I'm still playing. Again, the game is still very early in the access, early in its development. There's going to be some bugs. I've come across a couple really tiny issues where, like, I deleted a conveyor or something and a piece of ore was left floating above it, but nothing, kind of that kind of thing, nothing game breaking at all. Um, so I don't know how many episodes it'll go. I am still playing. I am still discovering more about this game. But I can tell you that the number of episodes is going to be in the double digits because it's just there's just a lot to do in the game. So if you want to see more of Outpost Engineer, definitely check out that preview season that I just mentioned. It's going to be posted here. I'll probably post if you're just watching this when I'm publishing this video here. I'll probably be posting the preview season episodes on the weekends. Um, so look for that and let me know in the comments if you have any questions about that. But okay, that's it for our preview video. If you like seeing these early previews of factory games and other games that I show on the channel, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. That really helps my tiny channel grow, and I truly appreciate it. But for now, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.